Welcome back to my channel. I'll have a review out of the Croods, A New Age shortly, but before that, let's talk about its predecessor, 2013's The Croods. Before we begin, let me know in the comments if you were looking forward to this, or what your thoughts were if you've seen it already. And make sure to give this a thumbs up if you like these reviews, because it helps me out immensely if you do that. Also, if you're new here and you like movies, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with reviews of new releases and some classics. But now, let's jump right into it. This focuses on the Croods, an eccentric family of cavemen who survive the harsh terrain by living accordingly to a strict set of rules. But when their home is destroyed in the wake of an impending disaster known as the End, they are forced to leave their home of shelter and security and into the wilderness of the unknown to find a new home. This is written and directed by Kirk D'Amico, who also wrote Quest for Camelot, as well as Chris Sanders, who also directed the first How to Train Your Dragon, Lilo and Stitch, and this year's Call of the Wild. And I just watched this recently, right before I saw the second film, and it's actually my first time seeing this one. I missed it at the time of its release, mainly because around that time I was a bit turned off by Dreamworks and the fact that their movies were so noticeably hit and miss. So between 2011 and 2016 or so, I skipped all but one of their movies, this included, though I'll go back and check the rest of them out at some point. And when it comes to this movie, which became something of a franchise for Dreamworks, even getting its own TV spin-off, I wouldn't say I was really missing out, but it's nice. It definitely feels a lot like a Dreamworks movie, and by that I mean is, a lot of Dreamworks films definitely place a heavier emphasis on broader, more physical humor. Not all their films, with the How to Train Your Dragon movies being one of the big exceptions there, but a lot of their films definitely have more of this focus on characters getting involved in these wacky antics, or they may talk fast over each other, or they'll never stay on the same page, and they may say outlandish things, and that's basically what we get here. With these characters being cavemen, it plays perfectly into that DreamWorks sense of humor. You'll have scenes where they get angry, and it devolves into them screaming gibberish at one another, or getting comically violent with the way they thrash around. Now, not all of it lands, but there are times where it gets so ridiculous that I got some good laughs out of it. Plus, it also hits a lot of familiar beats. It basically explores family dynamics, the main relationship being between Grug, voiced by Nicolas Cage, and his daughter Eve, voiced by Emma Stone, who has romantic feelings for a more evolved human known as Guy, voiced by Ryan Reynolds. And because Guy has a better understanding of the world and knows his way around things better, the film becomes this battle of wits between him and Grug, and everyone begins to like him more, and Grug gets jealous that he's getting sidelined, and there's this message in there about how he should listen to his family more. And it works, thanks to the talents of the voice cast, who I'd say is a big part as to why this movie's enjoyable. Nicolas Cage, especially, is almost pitch-perfect casting as Grug. While not all the caveman humor may exactly work, what helps is that Cage is known for his over-the-top freakouts and fits of rage, and channeling them into an aggressive caveman is like a match made in heaven. The dynamic of this family actually reminded me a bit of the old TV show The Munsters, because Eep, Emma Stone's character, is seen as the more normal of the group, while everyone else is a lot more eccentric and prone to wacky antics. But it was cute seeing the way in which things played out, and they have enough humorous exchanges that adults will be able to enjoy this as well, while the kids laugh more at the physical humor. I thought Emma Stone did a fine job, as did Ryan Reynolds as Guy. You also have Catherine Keener as the mom Uga, Clark Duke as the son Thunk, and Cloris Leachman as Gran, who was probably the most eccentric of all the family members. And after Cage, that was also some pitch-perfect casting right there, given how she's always done such a great job at playing very quirky sort of characters, like in Young Frankenstein. You also have Belt, who's Guy's pet, which I feel was like DreamWorks' answer to the minions from Despicable Me. He doesn't actually talk, but the character always goes, "that, and I didn't realize it then, but I see how they advertised him saying that a number of times in the commercials for A New Age especially, so it was definitely something they were trying to get to stick. There wasn't much more to the character besides that, but it did make for some fun gags here and there. This is far from one of DreamWorks' best, but for what it is, it's cute. It's a pretty straightforward movie about the family dynamics among all these cavemen as they try to find a new home, and it's filled with a lot of familiar beats and some broad humor that's admittedly hit and miss. But when it hits, it lands well, and that's especially thanks to the talents of its great voice cast, with Nicolas Cage especially being absolutely hilarious here. Kids will get a kick out of the cartoon slapstick, while some of the exchanges among these characters will be enough for adults to enjoy as well. It's an easygoing 90 minutes, and if you haven't seen it yet, it is worth checking out. The Croods gets a 7 out of 10. Stay tuned, I'll have my review for The Croods, A New Age out shortly, but in the meantime, let me know, have you seen The Croods, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you find it funny? Did you like the voice cast, and what's one of your favorite DreamWorks movies? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll catch you next time.